So welcome again to the home edition. I'm Jill, and this is a class for Namaste Yoga Studio. We're Facebook Live now, but twice a day we do classes at 9 and 5:30, and throughout this homestay, we have been the following day posting them to our YouTube channel and on our website. So there are places there to watch previous classes, pick your favorite teacher, try a new teacher, whatever you need to do. And as we are collaborating to start to move back into our studio, thank goodness, we will keep everybody posted on that as soon as we know exactly what we're doing. There's some pretty good plans in place so far. So if you watched yesterday's class with Jolynn, you could see Cindy, Cisa, and I all 6 feet apart, and we had plenty of room, and it was so nice to be in the studio with each other and laughing at us being silly and coming back into our practice, because I think we've been teaching more than we've been practicing. You know, I can speak for myself. And so it's different when you practice at home than it is with your kula, with your friends, with your family. So keep that in mind, keep that in mind as we sometimes feel uncertain about rejoining society. And it's so normal to feel that way. But, sooner or later, we have to be cautious, and we have to use common sense, and we have to trust the universe is going to do the right thing for all of us to get back into life. And out of our four walls, and back into the company of our fellows and humankind. And you don't realize how much you miss that friendship and that camaraderie and that community until you have a little taste of it, like we did yesterday. So, stay tuned and stay posted for all of the upcoming things that we are going to be working on to get us back into the studio and back with all of our friends and our loved ones, really, to be a part of something again. So with that being said, as we're sitting here in our comfortable seat, just allow the shoulders to stack up over the hips and the spine to be tall as the crown of the head kind of reaches towards the sky, towards the heavens, and allowing yourself to settle into your own space. Just be comfortable in your own skin. And I invite you, as you close your eyes and you find your breath, to tap in to this heart center, to this place that sometimes can be easily guarded or walls built up around it, when right now in times of struggle and discontent, that's when we need to find the most love and the most compassion for ourselves and for others, and be empathetic to their needs, and really see things from a research point of view, instead of just what might be being blown out of proportion in certain ways. Trust your intuition, trust your heart, trust your feelings, even if they're not ones that feel great. Acknowledge those. Acknowledge those spaces of gray, those places of, that you might have pushed down and said, I don't want to be emotional about this. I don't want to get into my head, but, maybe it's time to start living in our heart and melting that in a little bit. Find the breath draws in through the nose. And exhale out your mouth. Find comfort in that. Find comfort in the release. Tap into your heart space. Find another deep inhale. Eyes are soft, maybe closed. And exhale out your mouth one more time. On your next inhale, sit really tall. Really feel yourself from the back of the neck, from the back of the head, rise tall towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, draw the chin in towards the chest. Feeling the shoulders roll down and come onto the back side. And then as you inhale, allow the head to come up and just feel the eyes lift. So your head's going to just fall back just a little bit. Let the heart and shoulders start to open up here. And now as we exhale, start to find a little bit more roundness. You'll feel that through the thoracic spine, through the back of those shoulder blades. As you kind of roll, you're going to internally rotate the shoulders and the chin towards the chest. Hold the belly in and up. And then as you exhale, find a little bit of lift in the forehead, in the eyes, as you roll back and the chin lifts from the chest. Heart's lifted, shoulders roll back. It might not be a huge movement. It doesn't really need to be. Roll in, draw the chin towards the chest one more time, just taking it in. Maybe it's a little bit more of a curve in than it was the last time. Maybe you start to feel down the spine as you start to tilt in from the tip of that tail and you really round into the space. Kind of creating a hollow space almost in the heart, but it's going to allow for more love and light to shine into that space as we move on. Start to sit up tall. Let's take our right hand back behind the right hip or wherever feels good here and reach up through the left and start soft. Now it's early yet. You might still be having your coffee. Just stretch up through those fingertips. And then let's go on and just switch sides, just coming out to that side body. Maybe find wherever it feels good for the arm. You might even take it back behind you a little bit diagonal, so you have a little bit more arm space if you have that bandwidth. Stretch up. Find it one more time to each side. And maybe this time you find an internal rotation on that shoulder, so it kind of curls in. And then you start to find a little bit of an open as it opens up. You open up through that armpit, you open up through the chest and reach back. Feeling the shoulder blades kind of rolling back to each other. Let's change sides with that. So go on and raise into that right hand and find a little bit of that internal rotation through the shoulder. And then find it takes back. You know, sometimes when I sleep, I just said to Chris, I'm like, I wish there was a way that I could kind of tuck my arms in at night because I never know what to do with them. So in the morning, sometimes they feel tight and just awkward in my space. And just find some movement in the shoulders. Let's start waking up through the shoulders, through the chest, through the spine. You kind of start to feel a little bit of rhythm, a little bit of dance. As our shoulders roll back, our hearts and our chests are opening. Maybe even start to just let your fingers graze and sweep. Kind of letting it feel good, letting it feel playful, like you're splashing in the water. We certainly have enough of that, right? Kind of tapping into that sacral chakra. We did that yesterday too. Jalinka's calling us dancers, right? The dancing queens, and that was pretty appropriate. So as we kind of move again through this watery, since we're being soak-filled space, let's kind of tap into that again. Raise the arms up, let the fingertips meet, and just kind of steeple the fingers and press up. Allow the shoulder blades and the chest to reach up and back. And now go on and let the hands come down, palms facing down, and curl in through the spine. Reach out, pull the belly back. Long through the back side of the neck. Your chin might be tucked in just a little bit, but not too much. And bring that back up. Let's go on and open up into the legs here a little bit. Doesn't have to be a super wide space, just to where it feels comfortable. And take that fleshy spot of your bum and roll it back ever so slightly. So that way you're sitting up nice and tall. Flex into your feet here. I want you to feel that the knees are soft, but you're pushing out the spaces right here in that heel. Go on and take the right hand to the inside of the leg, wherever, thigh, knee, calf, and go on and lift up through the arm. Maybe even let's take our hand to the back side of our head, and our arm is going to connect to the inside of the leg, and find yourself opening here. As you reach over in the space, reach back. Let your head fall into the support of your hand. Maybe your thumb is resting on the back side of the neck, so it is even a little kickstand and extra support here. Really see how much you can open up through that chest. Give it a second. Give the breath a second. Don't forget about the feet. Flex through those toes. Come back into center. And let's go on and take that to the other side. It might feel a little bit different. Draw the hand on the inside. Let's reach over first, just kind of setting up our stance. And then find the hand, reaches the back of the head. Really spread the fingers out. The thumb is reaching down the back of the neck. And allow yourself to open. Feel those shoulder blades draw back. As you use the outside of the elbow here and the outside of the arm to really kind of push the leg open as the chest and the shoulder roll back. You're reaching out through the crown of the head. And you're feeling long and grounded, even from this right side hip here. Don't feel like you're leaning so much that you're losing your foundation in your right hip. Bring it back up into center. And let's just start to take our hands out as wide as feels good here. And just start to let your hands and your feet kind of push in. Let your chest come long. Find that space. Let the back and the spine get longer. The hips are grounded, okay? And I'm looking right down the bridge of my nose, okay? So I'm kind of on this past lip of my mat here. As my hands press in, you know, I'm reminded that I'm strong through my hands, through my shoulders. I'm drawing my belly in, and I'm pulling out through the top of my head here in this space. Let the breath work for you, not against you. As you draw in, let the back side of the body find some lightness. And then as you exhale, allow yourself to draw forward towards the earth a little bit more. See if you can come down, even just a little, even just a smidge. Just a little's progress, right? Bring it back up. Let's go on and bring into the right foot into the inside of the thigh here. We'll go on and we'll start by reaching our hands up tall. And let's twist our torso so our belly button starts to line up with the inside here. The belly button starts to line up with the inside of the thigh, top of the thigh area. And take your hands to both sides. You might even draw back into that left hip just a little bit. The toes are going to draw back towards the shin. And allow yourself to find that flexibility through the back or lack thereof. Right here in that back side of the hip, in that low back area. See if you can inhale and draw that lightness to the back side of the heart, the back side of the body here as you lift up. And see if you, once you lift up, if you can extend out and over a little bit more. My gaze is kind of towards my toes, noticing that I desperately need a pedicure. It's not the same when you do it yourself. Find the space. Lift up, reach over a little bit more. Really stretch out to the side body. Allow all of your internals here to have room to nurture and keep your immune system strong. Go on and just wave the hands up and over. Take the right hand planted and just see if you can get a little lift into the hips. Nothing big, just kind of stretch up through. Feeling good. Setting down. And let's go on and find that on the opposite leg. Draw the left inside of the sole to the foot, flex into the right. Turn the torso, line up the belly button as much as you can to the inner thigh, to the top of the thigh. Draw back into the right hip. Okay. Allow yourself to come up and to come over. As you stretch over, again, feel this part of the body. Feel this getting long, but as your foundation, this long leg is pushing out and long, you're keeping a soft space in the back of the knee. Your gaze is again looking at your badly needed pedicured foot. Does that even make sense? You can go on and just reach long. Feel the lightness come up in the back side. And then as you exhale, extend down a little bit more. Play with this, you know, buoyancy of the body. As soon as the prana, as soon as your life force kind of comes in, feel the lightness happen. And then as you exhale, release out what is not serving you anymore. What is just hanging around and getting stale, and it's just like time to go. It's time to go. And replace that with kindness and compassion. Go on and start to lift in here. And let's go on and take our left hand back and just kind of come to the side edge of your foot here, or place your foot down and just find a little bit of lift in the hips. Stretching out long through the body, out through the long leg, out through the fingertips. Bring it down. Bring your knees in together, and this time, I love doing this. Let's go on high, Steve. Start to wiper the legs side to side. He always has to get his 15 minutes of fame, right? Go on and rub into the booty and just massage the cheeks. If you find a spot, I know sometimes I'll feel like a twingy spot in my booty cheek. If you feel that, go on and just give it a little nudge, I guess, a little extra roll, a little bit of like, ooh, it hurts so good kind of feeling, and just see if you can work that space out. I know it sounds silly, but when you find that spot, you'll know exactly. Oh, it's right there. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about. You're like, okay, I'm just going to stay here in this little place, and just breathe into that place and say, oh, come on, open up. Come on back into center. Let's go on, and I'm going to come a long way here on my mat. My feet are going to start to ground in. My wrist, let's start to warm up the wrist first before we go on any further. So let's kind of take our fingertips back. Start engaging the core here. Let's use all the time that we can to engage these things. So start to draw the fingertips back towards it, just gently. Just take the palm of the hand across the fingers, and as you zip in through the core here, just start to lean the shoulders back and pull the fingers back. Lift in, change hands. We're going this way, huh? Yeah, so we're going to do this. And we're going to draw in, and we're going to draw in the belly. The shoulders are rolling back, and the wrists are kind of pulling back. Good. Take a seat, kids. Go on, and you can take a little bit of forward bending with the wrists, and you can do that again on the other side. Just kind of working it out. Do a little here, shaky, shaky, flicky, flicky. Get rid of all the goo that's hanging around. Now, draw the fingers back. So the fingertips are going to be facing the pointing towards the front of the mat, towards the back sides of your heels, towards your toes. And I want you to keep soft elbow here, but I'd like you to start to draw the knees in together and start to lift into the hips. You're going to feel the shoulder blades not drawn towards the spine, kind of externally rotating here as you lift up and you find a little bit more length in the back side. Don't let the chin hold too close into the chest. Don't let the head fall back too much, but find that happy medium. It's kind of like porridge with the three bears. Hold into that space in between the knees and lift up just a little bit more. I want you to drop the hips down, touch ground for a second. If you need to exercise the wrists out, if it was too much there, go on and give yourself some time to do that. And then I want you to come right back in. Lift in through the hips, push in through the feet, pull in through the inner thighs. Let the arms extend. Let the spine go as straight as it feels good. See if those shoulders can kind of roll flush. Head and neck is soft. Don't grind through the teeth. Bring it down. Let's do it one more time. Find a little bit of space in the arms. Maybe kind of wiggle your arms. Wiggle. That's hugely technical. Go on, press those hands in and lift into the hips one more time. Give this one your best. You might even find that you reset into the elbows. So you might find yourself kind of ground in a little bit, and then use that power to push up. Hold the knees in. Hold the belly button in. Let everything be long from the crown of the head to the tip of the tail. And as you exhale, bring it down. I want you to take your right foot here and bring it over top of the left. So outside of the heel here to the inside, the top of the thigh. Maybe find where you can grab on, right? Where you can take into this figure four. Flex into the foot. Take the arm through the hole of the fork here. And I want you to push out. Draw it out. And then with the energy of the leg, pull in. Round yourself in here. See how much room you can find in the spine as you draw the chin towards the chest. Inhale up. And then take it again. So we're still working the core here. So don't forget that. Really engage there. Draw in. Just because the movements aren't hugely aggressive, right? Or feeling like they're way over the top doesn't mean that a lot of things are not happening. Pull in through that pelvic bowl. Pull in through the abs. Push in, pull out. Sit back up tall. Go on and let this foot hit the ground running here. So let the foot happen. And then you're going to find that spot again. Well, I just did on my booty here as I set down into that space. Find a little bit of roll if that feels good, that little bit of release. That's probably that fascia, right? That probably those little webs of containment and fluid in our that protect our muscles. If you can, sit up a little bit taller and draw the underneath leg in a little bit back. So your knees are stacked. Take the right hand and set it alongside of the hip. Lift into the left hand and see if you can find a gentle twist. Open up, tall through the spine. Use the core. Start to look over this back shoulder. Let the air, let the breath work for you, not against you. So as you exhale, you find that release, you find that soft space. You find that place where you tap into your heart center. And then you know what, you have more room as you push in and you lift it through your heart center and you roll back and you just get tall. Go on and unwind that space. Unwind the legs. Give yourself a little bit of this. And let's see if I can remember all of those things on the other side. Aha, that's always the key. All right, our booty is grounded. We're going to go on and we're going to start with our left leg coming across now. The outside of the left ankle is at the top of the left knee. Go on and find your arm, find that figure four here. Find your space. I'm interlacing my fingers on the front side of my shin, right below my knee. And I'm allowing my arm to push out as I flex into my foot, my left foot here. And I'm going to find a little bit of a twist here. I'm going to find a little bit of polarity. As I'm pushing, I'm pulling, I'm sitting tall. And I'm finding that space. I'm finding that gentle twist in my spine. Finding myself maybe growing a little bit taller every time I take a little bit more of a twist. Once you feel like you've had enough of that, go on and let the right hand come back. The left hand's going to come back too. Let the top foot hit the ground, stack into the knees. Find that spot on the bum again, if that's what you need. Kind of give it a little love. Then I want you to reach up through that left hand. Find a twist here. Find some engagement. Find that space. Inhale and exhale. Really pull the core in. Don't forget. And then go on and unwind. Let yourself come back into center, and it wouldn't be a wet, soggy week if we did not do a little bit. We feel like we need a boat, right? So hey, we get to do some Navasana. Let's just play right into that. So go on and start with your hands right here on the fronts of your shins, or maybe your knees, or maybe even behind the thigh. Doesn't matter. Wherever's comfortable. Draw in, draw back, draw tall. Space, right? Space in between here. Start to lift into the feet. You might stay here. You might start to do this. You might start to do this. You might do all of it. Bring it in and set it down. Sit tall again. Do it again. Find what works for you. Let the core tremble. If it's not, take it to another level, because you really want to feel that earthquake. You really want to feel that solar plexus kind of fire up. All right, that's our internal sunshine. Let's bring it out. If we all focus on that area, maybe we'll get some sun sometime soon. Go on, lift in. See if you can get the legs to come even stronger. See if you can shake. See if you can vibrate. Woo! Bring it in. Curl in. Let's start to roll back. Let's start to take our little steps. We normally do this at the end of class, but let's just do it right here. We're here. So not to say we might not do it again, but bring it up and just start to really tap in here. Use the breath to lift. Use the breath to exhale. Come down. Sweep up. Come back. Sweep up. Come back. As you're showering yourself with your positive energy here, kind of just bringing it up and around, and allow yourself to come back to the earth. Pull the knees towards the chest. Let the legs extend. So from here, key the arms. Find the shoulders, find some space. I want you to start to drop the left leg down, keeping the right leg tall. We're going to start to alternate. So left leg comes up, right leg comes down. Right leg comes up, left leg comes down. Engage through the booty, engage through the core. Take this a few times. If it's a lot to have the legs straight, find a bend in the knee. See if you can get the heel to hover without touching down every time you get to the leg. If you need to, it's okay too. See if you can get 1 or 2 with the hover if you need to touch down on the rest. Take it. Find your breath. Find your center. One more time, each side. Let the feet come up. Flex into the feet. Spread the toes. Crack the toes. Shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them, shake them. Knees draw into the chest. Find some circles here. Other side. There goes Lexi. It wouldn't be a yoga class until she starts to snore. It must be pretty boring. She puts herself to sleep all the time. Although I don't think it takes too much. But the knees draw over. Let's spin around and come in hands and knees. We're going to push ourselves up here. I want us to feel our knees underneath our hips. I want to feel the belly draw in. I want the spine long. I want to feel the crown of the head draw towards the front side of my mat. My tops of my feet are flat to the mat. I'm really pushing in here. I'm really feeling my hands pushing as my shoulders draw away from each other towards my spine. I'm going to see if I can push the tops of my feet into the earth, and I'm going to hover up my knees a little bit. I'm inhaling here, and then I'm going to exhale, and I'm going to see if I can bring it down. Maybe not all the way, and I'm going to inhale, and I'm going to hover up again. I'm going to exhale, and I'm going to come down. I'm going to inhale, and I'm going to hover up again. Holding in. I should be shaking in my arms. I should be shaking in my core. I am. I don't know about you. Then I'm going to turn my toes back, and I'm going to come back into my first down dog. Go on, walk this puppy out. Go on, let the hips find some fast, find some groove. Push back through the heels. Maybe they start to touch down to the ground. Head starts to center down in between the elbow eyes there. Softening. Always. Hips lift. Head draws even closer to the earth. Inhale through the nose and exhale out the mouth. Start the day. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your feet to your hands however you want. I'm going to take a little hop. And I'm going to allow myself to forward fold. It's morning time. We need some sun salutations here. So as we fold forward, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fall forward. Root down, rise up. Let's take our little crescent to the side. Here, I'll face you guys. Take a crescent. Come back into center, soft knees. Take it to the other side. Come back in. Let's go on and tilt forward. Hips back, head falls forward. Halfway lift here. Let's go on and take the left leg back. Let's find in a warrior one. Bring it up. Bend into the knee. Hold in. Bend a little bit more into the knee. Now allow that front leg to come long. Don't lock it out. And allow yourself to spill forward. Keeping both hips even and squared up. Really push through the bottoms of the feet. Reach out through the finger. Reach out is what the word I'm trying to look for. Stretch out. Go on, drop the left hand. Take a little twist. Bring it back down. Plant the hands. Lift and draw up the back heel. Find yourself in plank pose. Go on and flow through knees, chest, chin, chaturanga, your choice. Tops of the toes meet the mat. Find your first cobra. Inhale, ground those toes in. Exhale, let it come down. Push yourself back to your down dog. Now, we are reaching. Left foot forward. Drop that back heel. Warrior one on this side. Bring it up. Square up, center up, settle into the knee. Front knee is really 90 degree. Stretch up. Settle back in a little bit more. Reach up. Settle down even a little bit more here. Ooh, burn, burn, burn. Squeeze into that center. Hold into this pelvic area here. Really hold into that mula. Oh, I'm forgetting my words here. Muladhara. Into your root chakra. Yeah. Start to let the front leg go and bring yourself long. Stretch out. Stretch out further. Square up those hips. Stretch out. Go on. Right hand is going to reach the earth. Take a little twist. Isn't that great when you forget what you're saying halfway through? I do it all the time. Go on. Hands plant. Go on. Draw the foot back. Bring yourself into your plank. Knees, chest, chin, or find your chaturanga here. Bend into those elbows. Find your back bend. So in this space, in this back bend here, draw your heels towards your bum. Go on and find your knees, kind of explore out the edges of the mat, and just draw your heels back. As you push your hands into the mat, draw the shoulders back, hold the belly in, draw the heels back towards the bum. Go on and let it go. I want you to push yourself back into this puppy dog. Before you wave the spine up, curl the toes, lift back up into your down dog. Okay? Walk it out. Here, let's lift in through the right leg, push up tall. Draw the foot down on the left side. Draw the knee in towards the chest. Draw it right back up. Draw the knee back in, plant the foot. Warrior one. Settle down. Inhale. So you're going to find lightness in the knee, and then as soon as you exhale, find a deeper bend in the knee. Inhale. Draw it down. Humble out that warrior. Stretch out. See if you can get even longer. Now this time we're at another little element here. Let's go on and take it to this more open space. Draw over. Ooh. Find the power. Find the power from the whole core. Drop the left hand. Find your twist. Go on. Let it feel open. Bring both hands to the inside of the foot here and find this humble dog. So as the hands plant, let the hips rotate out and up. Head draws down towards the earth. Inhale to a flat back. One more time. Draw down. Bring yourself up. So allow yourself to come back up. See if you can extend and come into this reverse warrior here. Cartwheel those hands. Bring the back foot up to meet the front. Got it? All right, let's do it again on the other side. Ground into the feet. Root down, rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, jump back. Find your plank. Find your knees, chest, chin, whatever you want. Bend the chest down. Uncurl the toes. Find your back bend. Open up a little bit to the insides of the knees here. Draw those heels back towards the bum. So as you soften through the knees, you're going to push the hands in. Soft through the elbows. Draw back so you think that you can reach the toes to the back side of your head. Yeah. Find the breath. Inhale, take it one more time, and then as you exhale, allow yourself to fall forward. Feet might meet to the mat here for a second. Find a puppy. Curl the toes under, lift the hips. We are working left side, leg reaches. Stretch tall. Inhale, bring it into the chest. Exhale, take it up. Inhale, knee to chest. Plant. Drop. Warrior one. Settle in. Lift it. Settle down again. Lift it. Settle down one more time. This time, find your humble warrior. Hips square back. So even if you need to draw the space back so those hips square up, as the fingertips reach out, Squeeze in. Whew. Exhale, take the hands to the inside of the foot here. All right, we're gonna find a little bit of this humble dog. So go on and start to curl the hip out and back. Let the head hang. Bring it back into center. Take the hand to the inside and find your twist. Go on, ground through the feet. Take it back, find your reverse forward. Go on, take it to center. Bring all your pieces together. Hop up to the front of the mat. Go on, settle in. Inhale, forward fold. Come up to your halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Ragdoll, hang here. Plant the hands. Long back, long spine. Hands plant. Feet come back into your plank. Go on, feel it. Feel the hands push in. Feel the heels draw back. Feel your zip up. I want you to take the right knee in towards the chest. And I want you to bring it back and just take yourself right back up into this three-legged dog. Back twist and open. See how much you can get the heel to come back towards the booty. Don't dump all the way into the left shoulder. Keep it squared up. Square it up. Inhale, draw the knee in. Bring it right back up. This time we're going to take it out. Take it back up. Bring it down. Go on with the heels draw back. Find your plank. Draw back. If you need to touch down at any time, go for it. If not, burn it up here. Go on, left leg raises. Knee into chest. Push back. You're stronger than you think. Knee draw in. Push back. Bend, twist open. Hold the belly in. Draw back. Leg comes straight. Outside. Back. Knees drop. Heels lift. Find your back bend. Let it soften. Go on, push yourself back into your puppy dog. Shake through the chest, shake through the shoulders. Get long. You can feel the shoulders wrap around and come around the front side of the body here. Go on, bring those hips back in one more time. Now, if you feel like you can bring the knees in a little bit more, and you think that you can start to bring the head back to the tips of the toes, then do that. Draw in, play with it. If you have a blanket or something close, you can stack those underneath your hips too, and you can find even more room as you start to make that knee. Push back. Draw the hips to the right, the hands to the left. Take it to the other side. Bring it back into center. I want you to raise up, draw the knees in, come back into that tabletop. Long through the head, long through the spine. Right leg is going to extend. Stay here or add an arm, thumb facing up. Push out. Draw the fingers out, push the foot out, and see if you can open up a little bit. Draw it back in. Open up. Draw it back in. If you want, you can bend the knee, you can take the hand, and you can find a foot. Lift in. Press the top of the foot, and the toes kind of wrap around the hand. If not, grab a strap. We're just going to hold that space. extend, reset into that simple spinal balance. Settle down, wiggle side to side. Okay, left leg extends, push out from that heel. Next step, bring out the right hand, thumb up. Open, close, open, close, open, close. Bend the knee, their heel draws in, hand wraps around. See if you can make that bind happen. Shoulder rolls back, heart is shining. Press, 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 press. Woo, let it all go. Extend, reset. Make it work for you, right? Not against you, for you. Find some wave in the spine. Do it like a rainbow. Round up. Take your cat from left to right. And then right to left. And then back over again. And that feels really good, so let's do it one more time. Let the hips meet the heels. Stretch it out. Find a second to come back. Let the love enter. Clear out the dark. Make room for the light. Tap into that space. Take down the walls. So easy to feel guarded when you don't feel safe. Allow yourself to feel safe. Provide yourself with your own information to make you feel safe, not the noise. Not the noise from the outside world, not the noise from your own mind. Tell it, work with me, not against me. Please, now more than ever. Roll it up. Go on and draw yourself to your bum. Let those legs open up. One more time. Get yourself centered. Let the heels draw out. See how you feel in this space and into here. Okay. Let the hands draw forward, leaving the bum really grounded, the feet are grounded in. Your knees are still always going to be soft, always, no matter what. Even see if you can draw back into the outside of the heel. I'm even looking at my mat, even just like lift it up just a little bit. Draw back in. Let the elbows isometrically pull back, let the hands pull back. My fingertips are lifted up. 1 and 2, draw back. The head is getting longer. Really feel that groin, all the inner thigh, outer hamstring. Right? Find the space. Inhale, bring it back up. Draw the knees together. Give them a little flap, flap. Give them some love. Let the feet open. Push the soles of the feet together rather than, I know sometimes we always say like let them open up like a book. This time I started playing with this and I liked it. I saw it on another video. So let the heels meet. Let the ball mounts of the feet, let the toes, even the great toes, kind of push into each other. See if you can line up all the little toes, all the little digits there. Get them together. Even take your hands and kind of push into that space. So you're zipping up through the belly. Your shoulders are drawing back away from the ears and your head is drawing forward. Even see if you can kind of set your outside of the elbow here to the inside of some spot of your leg if you have that one. Don't. Doesn't matter. Even if your knees are up here, right? Even if they're up here, you're going to find that space. And the more you stay here, the more you might find the release starts to happen. Notice, tap into any sensations that you're feeling through your hips, through your groin. I want you to lift in one more time. Go on and take your left hand to your right knee and find one last twist. Set straight, set tall. Find that good posture to set yourself up for the rest of your day. Go on, take it to the other side, wind it out. I can't wait to teach the music again, you guys. You have no idea. I started listening to my playlist yesterday. Oh, I got so excited. I have to make some new ones. Wonder if they have like pandemic music on Spotify. God, that would be kind of creepy, honestly. I'm gonna look for it today, though. You know I'm going to. Roll the shoulders back. Bring the chin towards the chest. Find some space. One more as we start to wind it down. Notice what you notice in yourself from the beginning to the end, right? At the end of the practice, the end of our hour. That sounded drastic, sounded dramatic. Set up, knees close, legs come straight. Push out through the soles of the feet and allow yourself to maybe reach for the toes, sides, and back of the leg. Even your knees are okay here. Just don't pull too tight, right? See if you can find that space right above them or below them. You're not weight bearing on them, so it's not too critical. Let that low back release before we go sit in our office chairs for the day, whether you're working from home or you're still in the office like I am. Thank goodness for that. Thank goodness for that. Really, human contact is a novel concept. Go on, let the knees pull in and bring yourself back into your center here. Allow yourself, hey, you can take a couple steps down if you want to. We really worked the core today, so if you want to fire it up one last time, go for it. I don't know, my opinion, I can never use too much core. I get a little judgy in that space of my body. Not very kind, but it's kind of where my mind goes sometimes. Draw yourself back. Arms reach up overhead. Let the knees draw into the chest. Kind of press in the tops of the thighs. The knees draw in towards the breasts. Flex into the feet. Let's take the legs up one more time. Point and flex the feet. Maybe take your hands open one more time and just start a little open and a little close. A little open and a little close. A little open, maybe a little wider, a little close. So really draw into this inner space and this outer space. One more, use the breath, and then we're going to take it down. Knees come in. Find some wiggling, find some movement, find anything you need to finish up. We were talking yesterday, and I said that the yoga rooms feel like a playground, and we're each on our own little sandbox on our mat. I always call it the magic carpet. The place to feel free, playful, light. Sometimes even to let some of that heavy stuff go too. When you start to release it, sometimes finds its way, bubbles up to the top. Let your feet meet down. Take a little wiper. It feels good in the outsides of the hips here. One more to each side. All right, my friends, leg extends. We'll take a body scan here as we get rested. Feel all the places that your body can meet the mat. Let's go on and let our palms face up. Eyes draw close or at least soft. Feel it be natural. Notice if anything is starting to want to release. Sometimes I'll notice sensations in places where they're like right at that surface where they want to let go. Let's start from the head, crown of the head, back of the head, forehead. Notice if your face soft or your lips may be turned up a little bit, the corners of your mouth. Is the chin and the jaw joint open? Space between the chin and the chest. Front sides of the shoulders feel open. Back sides of the shoulders feel grounded. Insides of the arms are blowing forward. Palms are lifted. Back sides of the arms are supported and strong. Feel the shoulder blades in the mid part of the back, just kind of light, almost a little curved spine. Very natural, nothing forced, nothing pressure. Feel the low back kind of come into that arch, that lumbar curve. Feel the back side of your pelvic bowl. Front side of your hips are feeling heavy and supported and grounded. Let your thighs and the inner part of your thighs open up as the knees kind of get soft. The back side of the calf feels almost on the outside edge as your toes and your feet just kind of flay open. I can picture the insides of my ankle bones as my feet are just comfortable and relaxed. And I'm going to draw back around from the bottom of the soles of my feet. Or maybe I get a little spread into the toes. As it draws back up to the inside of the calf, to the inside of the knee, right back up into my foundation center, right into my root chakra. And then I'm going to notice that red area maybe behind my eyes that represents that space, that energy circle. Then I'll move up one more notch as I create an orange vision of that sacral chakra, that watery space. Our boat kind of played into that a little bit today. And then we'll move up into our sacral, our solar plexus, from our sacral to our solar plexus. That is our internal sunshine. That represents a yellow in color. Keep focusing in there. That's your powerhouse. That is your will, your passion. If we all kind of tap in there, maybe the sun will come out for us. And we'll move up one more into this beautiful green gem that lies between our breasts, right in our chest, our heart chakra, our anahata. Let it melt open. Let the casing that might be around that gem just flake away. Bring it up into your throat. Speak your truth. Speak it wisely. Research. Do the homework. Be cautious with your words. Move up into your intuition, right between that third eye. Feel what you need. Trust the universe. Go with that. Don't push it down. Let it grow. And then we'll reach that crown of the head one more time, and that's where all of the white light pours in. That is our protective white barrier. Envision it encircling your whole space right now. Creating our little safe bubble, right? Creating that lovely light, that lightness in our heart, that lightness in our body when it sometimes feels really heavy. I'm going to begin to move my fingers and my toes. Stay as long as you need, as long as you can. I'm going to go on and bring my knees towards my chest. I'm going to squeeze in. I'm going to come into a comfortable seat. I'm going to try to wrap this up before the garbage man goes. The dog starts barking. Thank you so much for joining me. May you find love, light, peace, research, a knowing, a trust, a softness in your heart until we can all get together again. Count the days, babies, because it's coming. So we all trudge our road to our own happy destiny. Can't wait to see you all. Thanks again. Namaste.